Department is offering a plea deal to Boeing in connection with two deadly crashes that killed 346 people. Families of the victims call this a sweetheart deal that's let Boeing off the hook. The crashes happened in Indonesia in 2018 and in Ethiopia a few months later. Both planes went down were Boeing 737 MAX 8s. The plea agreement would require Boeing to plead guilty to conspiracy to defraud the FAA. The company would be fined more than $480 million, and Boeing's board would have to meet with families of the victims. Boeing has until the end of the week to accept or reject the agreement. If the company turns it down, federal prosecutors will take the case to trial. Joining us now, Javier de Luis. He is the brother of Graciela, who was killed in a Ethiopian Airlines crash. He is also an aerospace engineer who served on the FAA's expert review panel that reviewed Boeing's safety standards. Thank you for your time this morning. I know it's difficult to talk about, but you've become an important voice in this investigation. Tell me why it was critical for you to be part of this panel investigating the crash on your sister's behalf.
Well, thank you. I think that for me personally, it was important to be there as basically a voice of the people. One of the panel members actually told me, he said, you know, when we were in the middle of our deliberations and we were in the nitty gritty and arguing because there were 24 very opinionated people on this panel, all of them experts in their field, he said they'd look over at me and remember that this wasn't an abstract discussion. This was a very real discussion with very real impacts because people are going to die if we don't make the right decisions. So that was important for me to be there for that reason, but also because, you know, my only motivation since these crashes has been to prevent another one, to do what little I can to try to do that. And it is important that this not happen again. These airplanes are all over the place. There are thousands of, or there will be thousands of 787 MAX flying. My family will probably one day fly on them again. I need them to be safe.
Do you believe that this potential deal makes flying safer, holds Boeing accountable, prevents crashes like the one your sister lost her life on?
No, it does absolutely nothing. It does absolutely nothing. Look, this deal is basically a carbon copy of the deal that was agreed to in secret by the Department of Justice 3.5 years ago with Boeing. They added a couple of things. They increased the fine. I point out that the fine is less than the profit that they make on 1 month's worth of production of the 737. So, you know, that kind of tells you the level that we're talking about here. It's basically a carbon copy. They added a couple of things, but the last deal they found 2 months ago, the last deal had done nothing to improve the safety of the flying public. They found that Boeing, in fact, had breached that deal. And now here we go again, doing the same thing again and expecting a different result. Now they'll say, oh, but we're putting an external monitor in. Okay, but how is that external monitor being picked? Well, it's being picked from a list that Boeing's going to provide. Okay, how is that going to be an independent monitor? You know, I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. We were hoping that the Department of Justice would finally do the right thing, would finally listen to the judge in Texas that told them that this wasn't just a fraud case. This was fraud that resulted in 346 deaths. And yet they have chosen to roll over and basically give Boeing whatever they want in order to get the production going and get their stock price back up.
And are you optimistic, Javier, that we get to a place where that transparency and accountability is where it should be?
And not under this deal. My panel had about 50 or so recommendations. By the way, the report was unanimous and without any dissenting opinions. And we had about 50 or so recommendations of things that Boeing and the FAA needed to specifically do to improve the safety to the flying public. Boeing supposedly has a plan for it. They have not released the plan for how they're going to implement the recommendations. They released an executive summary. So I can't even tell you if their plan is going to be any good because they haven't released it.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.